we're going to put our dual camera in the back here. So any flush mount or like panel mount vertically, this camera's like perfect for. So trucks, ute canopies, buses, caravans, anything like that, this is ideal. Now obviously you want to mount that in the middle. So if you're roughly, actually I can just go roughly middle of those two. So we'll find where the middle is and we'll go from there. So I've marked the middle there, right where I'm going to put the camera. I've double checked it, always double check obviously. Two options here, you can either, there's a little cable bit in the back here, so you can actually run the cables up the top, which you might have to do if you can't drill straight through. In this case, I can drill straight through. I'll double check where I'm going to put it, but I can go straight through, so I'm going to run the cables out the back. So I'll put a hole in the back, the cables will go straight through, and then these two screws will hold the camera on. Otherwise, if you can't go through, you'd probably run the cameras up here and then around to wherever you need to go. So obviously if you are drilling through, just check what's on the other side. So step drills are handy to use. Go in where you're going to go. It needs to be big enough to fit through one of these and a cable. So drill it out to the size you need. Bit bigger. So the actual holes through there, they're like two cables have gone through. You can even put a grommet in here, or you can silicone it from the inside. It's up to you. If you put a grommet, the only problem is you can't get the perfect flush mount here, so sometimes it's better to silicone from the inside. So that's basically that. I'm going to get this all lined up. Ideally, probably get yourself a level and put a flat line so you don't put it on an angle. Put your two screws in that come in the kit, the self-tapping, or use your own ones, and then that's basically the camera in. Then just your two self-tapping screws into here, and that's all good. I actually did put a level on here, and I put a straight line just so you actually make sure you get the camera level. Before you get too carried away, you always want to test the camera. So here we've got a dual 4-pin cable. We've also got the reverse trigger here we can hook up later on if we actually need to it. So we would tap that into the reverse lights, run it around the outside of your vehicle, and plug it into your screen. Whatever you're using for a screen, you could be using a dash screen, you could be using a head unit. In this case, we are using a rear view mirror screen, and check that it all works. So you can see there everything's working. It actually works not too bad as a split view on here, to be honest. That's the rear view, so I'd probably adjust this camera out a bit further, and that's our rear view. So I think that's pointing a bit that way, so I'd probably give that a little bit of an adjustment. Perfect time to adjust it is now. I've done a little adjustment there. I'm fairly happy with that. It's obviously worth going for a little drive, and you can actually adjust it as you need. But that is looking pretty good so far. So we can just go to the next point, which is actually running the cables properly and hooking up the reverse trigger.